everybody, it's David once again here, bringing you another weekly World of Tanks replay. And this day I am in my Progetto 46 Tier 8 Italian medium tank, and we're on the map Prokhorovka, probably one of my favorite maps to play. The reason I like it is it's nice and flat, it's open, there's no corridors, and you can have some really good matches, especially in light tanks, because you can spot up along the ridge on the E line there and get nice spotting assist damage as your team picks off the guys that get spotted. So here I am heading towards the forest and the road as I'm in a tier 8 tank. This is a tier 9 battle. There's 3 tier 9 tanks on either side. I like this playing the 1-2 line as there's lots of trees and lots of bushes, so you can keep yourself hidden from view while you pick off the enemy tanks one by one by one. So, keeping to the bushes, I move up to the D line here, and I'm going to stop right here and hope that the light tanks we have on our team, the WZ-132 and the Batchat 25T, which is also a medium tank, can do some spotting. So, lo and behold, I spot an AMX-13F 57F and light him on fire, put in a second shell, and take him out. Now, the AA-44 has overextended himself. He got spotted getting into that bush, and he gets quickly whittled down to nothing and back to the garage for him. Made a mistake by going up that far. So in chat I comment that we have no spotters on this side of the map, as our WZ-132 is hanging back just in the middle there by D, not really doing much spotting from behind that berm in the E line. Batchat 25T is doing probably more spotting than the WZ-132 is, so kudos to him. Spotting the OHO and the Type 4 Heavy in the middle. I look through the sniper scope to see if I can get a line on them. I don't. They're behind a little bit of a hill, so back to looking down the forest. Now at this point in the match, I really would like to have a good light tank to spot for us, but as you can see, that WZ-132, I don't know what he was thinking, but now he's falling back behind the Canavran on the C line, not doing anything. I make a plea on the chat for the Batchat to come help spot for us. And it looks like he's gonna oblige and head his way over to the 1-2 line for a little bit of a peek. There's 3 tanks up on the hill. There's 2 in the middle. I once again see if I can get a line on that OHO in the middle. Sometimes you can catch them coming over the hill and get a little bit of a silhouette and take them out or do some damage. But not today. So Batchat does a little peekaboo and comes back around saying he was spotted. So they've got something up further in the 1-2 line that is spotting our lights as they go up. The WZ-132 makes a push over the road in front of me. Finally, maybe thinking he should be doing his job at spotting. I have no problem with passive spotting. He doesn't have to be an active spotter. Just do some spotting. This is a perfect map for active spotting, though. And he takes a couple of big hits. I decide to move up here to see if there's anything I can spot closer to the middle of the map. Still haven't been spotted because I'm keeping to those bushes. But I don't see a lot of things at all. Type 4 Heavy, Tiger 1, still can't get a silhouette on those guys. I move up a little bit more. Batchat's coming in again to do some spotting. And I'm looking, I'm hoping. WZ-132 comes in as well. Batchat took a little bit of damage. There's another shot that missed him. So there are tanks nearby. Just can't see them. Batchat crosses the road. WZ-132 takes a big hit. He's down to 122 hit points. Batchat loses 400. WZ-132 gets smoked. And a standard B pops up on the map. I aim in to take a shot, miss the first one. Take a second one, hit him. Take a third one and hit him, and pull back just in case I get spotted. I accidentally knocked down a couple trees in the process and back into our Tiger 1. Oops. Wasn't looking behind me where I was going. So my first shell is reloaded back into the clip. Second shell is going to go in right now. J Panther's moved up. Third shell going into the clip. And I'm now, again, fully loaded. I jump over to the middle here. Luckily for me, I wasn't spotted as that standard B appeared on my screen. He's pulled down on the opposite side of that road, which is a depression, so I can't quite hit him. Hoping he comes up. Keep my eye on him. And yes, he makes the mistake of coming up onto the road. I get a silhouette. I put one into him. Two into him. And the third one bounces. Really? Leaving him on 402 hit points. Now I'm waiting for my reload. First shell goes back in. Second shell is loading in now. Still quite a few tanks haven't been spotted or anything yet, so we're not sure. But it's at about this point in the match, I was looking over at the 0 line and looking at the hill, thinking to myself, we're a little outnumbered over there. I mean, you've got the IKV 90B, you've got the Lanson and the Oni sitting on top of the hill. You've got the Tiger 1 and the Type 4 Heavy sitting in the middle of the map by the tracks, which can support the hill if needed. And all that's over there is the Scorpion G, which has fallen back, the T-25AT, and the other tank destroyer, which I believe is the T-30, actually on the hill slope. Now I'm a little concerned by that because I'm looking and I'm looking and I'm looking, and we are up 4-3, but a lot of their tanks have not been spotted yet. There's only 5-6 tanks spotted out of 11, so that means there's 5 tanks that are invisible right now. Obviously, one of them is going to be Artie, but so I'm thinking I better go support that T-30, or we are going to lose the hill, and then it'll just be a cakewalk for the enemy team to just roll straight down the hill and flank us on the other side. Carefully turning around, keeping the bush between me and any tanks that might be further down the 2 line, I start heading back towards the hill, taking the long scenic route through our base. And that's when, as I'm typing a message, put the cruise control on, I begin to notice that this VK4503 hasn't moved the entire match. And because I was typing, I plowed into him, ramming him and doing 59 damage to myself in the process. So I correct that oopsie, and yeah, not good that we're down by 1 tank because he's AFK. I mistakenly say E75 AFK. What I meant was the VK4503. But in any case, no harm, no foul. So I noticed the T-30 is at 237 hit points. The Scorpion G's at 551. So there are less than half for both of them. And, well, not in good shape if those 3 tanks on the hill decided to make a push. Trying to keep myself hidden, I almost slide down the slope into the small creek. But I slowly make my way across the plain. I see the Lanson C up on the hill, and the E75, who isn't AFK obviously, decided to put a shell into him and take him out. So that leaves at least 2 tanks on the hill for us to deal with. I seem to remember this hill being a lot steeper in previous iterations of the game. But in any case, I use the bush to my advantage. I spotted Tiger 1, or Tiger 1 gets spotted, not by me. I get spotted by the Oni on the hill, and using the good gun depression, I lock on. He destroys my T-30 partner. I put 2 shots into him, but he's already pulled back. Third one misses, but he's left on 7 hit points. And the IKV-90B blats me for 254 hit points, killing my driver in the process. So I fall back the slope and reposition a little bit to see if I can't spot anything else. I just noticed that the Scorpion G has killed the IKV-90B. So I'm being a little cautious because I don't know what else is on that other side of the hill. So I'm in the bush, hidden from view, hoping that I can sneak up. So I decided to make a push for it, thinking we're pretty secure over here. A KV-13 appears cresting the hill. I put 1 into him, and the Scorpion G ammo racks him, blowing his turret right off his tank. I don't know why I stopped. Must have stopped to type nice shot to the Scorpion G. In the meantime, taking some splash damage from the enemy M12. Just use the bush here to hide a little bit to see what I can see. Nothing gets spotted right off the bat. I wait for my binoculars to kick in. I don't have binoculars. What am I talking about? Never mind. And the Type 4 Heavy gets spotted. I get spotted, but because he's on the opposite side of the train tracks, I'm okay. But my main concern is, of course, artillery. They can shoot me from where they might be. If they're sitting down by the train tracks, then they won't shoot me because they can't reach over here. But I am worried about that Type 4 Heavy. He could kill me easily. So I'm going to poke up here against the train tracks and see if I can't get him spotted or spot anything else that might be sitting on the other side of these tracks. So the T-25 AT spots the Type 4 Heavy. He's at 196 hit points, so he's a pretty weak. I get spotted again. Type 4 Heavy is taking some shots, but just bouncing them all like there's nothing going on. He takes an arty splash, gets stunned. The T-25 AT's trying to use his gun depression. Doesn't quite work. Our ally, the Canaverin, drowned. I don't know how. The Type 4 Heavy takes an arty splash. The T-25 AT decides that's to make his... The T-25 AT decides to make his move, rolls over the hill, and gets destroyed by the Type 4 Heavy. And the Type 4 Heavy gets taken out by the Oni. So I managed to struggle to get across the train tracks in order to get positioned behind that mountain. And I use the Type 4 Heavy's dead body as a wall to see what else I can spot, along with the bushes to keep me hidden. A T-30 across the way gets spotted. I put one in. I put two in, tracking him in the process and collecting 202 assistance damage for that tracking shot. After putting in, of course, apparently nothing. Scorpion G gets spotted. I put in one, miss. Put in second to get another tracking shot. He takes some stun damage after repairing his tracks, and he goes dark by moving outside my draw range. A UDES 03 has killed our Tiger 1. So there's another couple of TDs. There's at least two TDs over there. Scorpion G and the UDES, and of course artillery. So I load my third shell, and I'm already at 2,469 damage with 1,600 assistance damage. So I'm doing pretty good. I've probably got more assistance damage than our light tank did for regular damage. Artillery gets spotted and quickly eliminated by the E-75 with one shot. Our Scorpion G is carefully moving up to the cap circle, not quite getting in just enough to go. The enemy Scorpion G kills our Oni, and I'm moving in for some kills, knowing we're up 13-9. We should handily have this in the bag, hoping to get a little bit more damage. Spot the UDES 03, put one shot into him, a second shot into him, third shot into him, and he gets killed, leaving only the Scorpion G left. Scorpion G's obviously not in K anymore. He's got to be further up, probably in G. He gets spotted. I put a shot, and I miss because he moved down the slope, and that was the match. Total of 2,927 damage with 1,636 assist. What a good match that was. So in the end of that match, Mastery Badge 2nd Class, Spotter, Fire for Effect, and Bruiser, and of course Confederate for damaging the most amount of tanks on the team. 7 vehicles damaged, 1 destroyed, and a total profit of 48,000 credits after repairs, and total experience, because it was my ×2 for the day, of 2,144 experience. Thanks again for joining me on this weekly World of Tanks replays. I hope you enjoyed this one. It's one of my favorite ones to have played. I'll see you again next time.